Hello dear friends, my name is Dr. Mohammad Aminulchem. Welcome to my channel. In my previous videos, I explained how to determine point of zero charge using Zeta potential measurement. In this video, I would like to explain how to determine Zeta potential for colloidal stability. This video is very important, so please do not skip it. Well, colloid is stable due to presence of charge on the particle, and we use dynamic light scattering by measuring zeta potential for colloidal stability. Well, in order to measure zeta potential, at first you need to prepare colloidal manganese dioxide. So to prepare 125 milliliter colloidal manganese dioxide, 50 milliliter of 1 into 10 to the minus 4 molar potassium permanganate and 75 milliliter of 1 into 10 to the minus 4 molar manganese sulfate solution were mixed together in a 250 milliliter beaker. The solution was homogenized afterwards by gentle stirring with a magnetic stirrer. And finally, a dark brown solution was obtained which remained transparent for several weeks. So under this condition, the reaction stoichiometry can be written as this, and the concentration of manganese dioxide in solution was considered to be equal to that of manganese species, assuming that all the manganese species are converted into manganese dioxide. Therefore, the concentration of as prepared solution was 1 into 10 to the minus 4 molar. Well, here is the pictogram of colloidal manganese dioxide, and here I have shown the zeta potential measurement cell. Then, zeta potential measurement setup. Well, we use this model for colloidal manganese dioxide. We assumed refractive index is this, ABS was this, temperature was 25, zeta cell, and this percent was water, back scatter angle 173 degree, and sample volume was 760 microliter. Here is the zeta potential for different concentration of colloidal manganese dioxide. So you can measure zeta potential for a single concentration too. So I have shown here the variation of zeta potential with concentration. So it is seen that zeta potential did not vary too much with concentration of colloid. So this value, and now this is the electrophoretic mobility distribution for our measurement, and here is the zeta potential determination distribution, and here is the plot for zeta potential versus concentration of colloidal manganese dioxide. Now, result analysis. Well, we have tested the stability of colloidal manganese dioxide at different concentration, and the typical zeta potential values for a stable colloid is plus minus 30 millivolt, and for unstable colloid this value is less than this. So in our case, the zeta potential was nearly 34.4 plus minus 4.13 volt. This value is very close to the reported value, indicating a relatively good stability. So the aggregation was not observed within 6 months of preparation. Therefore, we can easily identify whether a colloid is stable or not by measuring zeta potential. Thanks for watching.